Hey, you're back again. I'm guessing that means you made it through the tutorial for getting started for the first time. You got it going, and now you need to do a little bit more. So let's talk about these menus that you got in here. Let's just take a look at that. All right, we're looking at a bunch of menus. What do they do? In this module, I'm just going to go at a very high level what each of these does. Later on, we're going to drill down and discuss what they all do. So let's just go from left to right. We'll take a look at this. So right over here, this is you, okay? When you press this, and I'm just using the trigger to point and tell it what we want to do. This is your name. You can customize your avatar here. That's for another time. Edit profile lets you change your name, change the flag that you want associated with the country that you play with. You can leave it blank if you want, and you can change your dominant hand. This is the history of the people that you play. If you have a lot of history, it may take a little while for it to pop up, as you can see right there, it did. And it will give you your ELO. This will give you your world ranking. It is a -1 if you haven't played a ranked match, either in a tournament or just, join the rank queue, which is up here, for 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, it goes to 0. I don't know, mine was around 900 or something like that, but it's -1 because I haven't done a ranked match in a while. And then this is how many ranked games that you have played. It will also tell you what headset you're using. All right, next up is the paddle. I'm going to show you what this button does or where it takes you. We're going to go into this in detail later on. And again, just using the trigger to point to it. This will set up where, your paddles. We're going to talk about this in depth because this is something that you need to know, all right? It does the paddles, rubbers, the position of the paddle, the grip of the paddle. But again, we'll go into it. Table lets you customize and pick tables, different colors, things like that. We'll talk about that later. We'll probably lump that in with what the ball button does. It lets you change the colors and the design of the balls that you use because you may want to change the color of the balls. As of the time we're doing this video, that thing that is the store actually is down here. This will be replays at some point. They just haven't released it yet, so look for replays here at some point. The middle panel will let you play the AI, and we'll talk about this in depth as well because you're probably going to use the AI to practice and or to warm up with. Online multiplayer is where you're going to, let me set it up so that you can see what's going on. People that you have available to play in the lounge, let's call it that. And this is for unranked play. It's more casual, and you can also filter this. I have it filtered, and we'll talk about that again later. The leaderboard, it shows you who's at the top in the world, and then you can look up a user here by typing in a name. Down here, it will show you any news that the developer wants you to see. Okay, Pickleball, that's an app that they have. This is the current tournament and the upcoming tournament. I'm going to shut that off so that people stop challenging me. Below that, on this bar, you have your battery condition or charge level, the time. This takes you back to this screen, whereas this will change the screens. This is the store. We're not going to talk about that right now, but it is where you can buy things like this really cool cyber shape racket and environments and things like that. All right. The next one is for environments. And again, we're going to talk more about this in depth later on because you can change different environments. You can set up specific ones as your startup environment. You can change colors, sky colors and floor colors and things like that. We'll do that in another module. When somebody challenges you, you heard a sound and this kind of had a dot there. This will show you anybody that's challenged you to a match or tried to add you as a friend. This one is about all the stuff that's here: room positioning, graphics, audio settings, language. Don't change the language. Do yourself a favor. Whether you want to see avatars or not, how to report a bug is in here. And then I will show you briefly the advanced menu. It shows you this warning, okay? That looks a little scary, right? Don't worry so much about this. There is stuff in here that you're going to want to use. You can see what the menu items are yourself. My guess is that you'll probably use environments. You should use backup and reset. We'll talk about that later. Network is one where you are going to use that to go into custom rooms. That is something that we'll show you a little bit later on, okay? So that leaves this panel as the last one. From top to bottom, this says, well, let me go over here, online, all right, casual. It doesn't show anyone, right? There's no one to play if I go to the unranked lounge. If I click on this, now only your friends. So this is a friend. This person's in my friend list. This person can now see that I'm online and can challenge me, and you can challenge that person. These are people that are not currently playing a game. You can have other people you see over here that this one and this one, they're friends, but that red paddle tells me that they're unavailable for whatever reason, playing a game, or maybe they did that. If you press this, that means anybody can see you, and you can see anybody within the filters that you can set here. And again, we'll talk about filters a little bit later. And then this shows you your friends, all your friends, and the top ones are going to be who's online, and anything that looks grayed out is not online. And this find user is the same thing that was that's this. So that's really the menus in kind of a high level view and overview. We're going to get into the specifics of it in the next several modules. Oh, one more thing. That lets you quit the game. So hit that, and it'll prompt you first, yes or no, that I want to quit. And I'll say no for now, and we'll move on to the next module.